tempo series.
Well, Casey's trying to slow it up to take advantage of this mismatch right here.
Bird.
He knows that Bird can shoot over the top of Tripucka every time.
On April 28, 1985, the Boston Garden crowd roared as the Celtics opened the Eastern Conference semifinals with a statement win over the Detroit Pistons. Despite battling through an elbow injury that forced him to wear support, Larry Bird still chipped in 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists, showing his toughness and leadership. It was the other two-thirds of Boston's Big Three who carried the scoring load. Robert Parrish dominated the paint with 27 points and 16 rebounds, while Kevin McHale powered inside for 26 points and 13 boards. Together, they overwhelmed Detroit on both ends of the floor, setting the tone for the series. For the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas kept his team fighting with 23 points and 8 assists, and Vinnie Johnson provided 20 points off the bench, but it wasn't enough to match Boston's balance and interior strength. Behind their star trio, the Celtics cruised to a 133-99 Game 1 victory, seizing early control of the semifinal series.
Brownfield just batted it back to Thomas, but that indicated how tight it is.
But they swung to the other side of the floor. Here it is again. But there's the quick double team.
Lanebeard a double team, so they pass away from that, and the foul underneath the basket.
See,
Thomas again bringing it up. Quarterbacking this team as he will all game long. Long.
Well, to give them 30 definite minutes night in and night out where he gets the rebounds, gives you the good defense and scores double figures.
Long.
Man inside of him.
Flips it to Long. He is something.
Oh, John Long can knock Bird out right here on the side. One-on-one versus Tripucka.
For DJ.
Well, anytime you think that you can double team off the man who's cutting, you're in trouble, and that was evident.
Thomas. Parrish. Tempo series.
Well, Casey's trying to slow it up to take advantage of this mismatch right here.
Bird.
He knows that Bird can shoot over the top of Tripucka every time or take him off the dribble, back him down, muscle him. If they are going to keep double teaming, why not go to that?
Tripucka. Strong offensive move. He must keep Bird active at that end.
Absolutely. They know that Tripucka is excellent off the dribble.
Bird comes back and hits. Tripucka went up.
Well, they're going to exhaust the two-man game right here.
Make it 5.
See, by feeding the ball in with Danny Ainge and then cutting through, they're forcing Detroit to make a decision. One-on-one defense, Larry Bird, or trap him and let the cutter go through.
Offensive foul on Isaiah. He was pressing in with his right elbow as he tried to get through the corner.
Excellent anticipation by Danny Ainge. He knows that when Isaiah goes on the crossover with a player on the low post, he must get into the lane area. Good anticipation for the charge.
This 5 in a row is a 10-4 run by the defending champions. That's 6 straight. And it puts him. McHale and Roundfield muscling each other inside, and the foul is on Roundfield.
Missed 27 games this year with an injury. Here they go right at him again. See, McHale's hook is unstoppable. Never mind the 6'11" side. Pickpocket beautifully in the backcourt by Dennis Johnson. Here comes McHale again.
Long foul.
Very strong move by Kevin. And he came with his right hand, which was quite surprising because Long thought that he would stop and come back with a baby hook. For Kevin, this series, he can shoot over the top of them and work them over.
Thomas ends the beautiful. Parrish making well.
Beautiful beautiful up and under. And he's anticipated one charge and then caused a turnover.
Thomas's three-pointer.
It's a very bad angle pass by Kevin McHale.
Tripucka from the corner. They have noticed the nets accidentally hit by Buck Williams. Johnson.
But unfortunately, somebody must pick up the guard once he puts the ball down on the dribble.
Tripucka 2 in a row. But the Celtics have hit 9 in a row. 3:30. First period. Parrish tries to make it 10.
There it is again. You cannot.
Deflected and then off the glass, and McHale just couldn't get a handle on it.
Well, Dennis Johnson is a little perturbed with himself, because I think if he had that pass back, Brent, he would have thrown a bounce pass. The bounce pass area was open. He did force it through.
Long. Roundfield's offensive rebound. McHale off to Johnson.
Here's your double team.
Parrish gets behind. Roundfield cannot handle Parrish. Looking outlet. He'll go to Ames. Quick pass to McHale's a beauty.
Knights the fast break. Now here we come right here. A great pass by Bird. A strong move by McHale. And he can make McHale work defensively.
Beautiful position. Tap in by Danny Ainge, who ran to the spot. Criticized for his performance in Game 4 against the Cavaliers. He's come out with a little fire here in the opener against Detroit. Roundfield gets the roll.
They're looking to post again. Parrish. See, Earl Curet must challenge that shot. You know, he's not going to be on the floor for 30 to 40 minutes. He's out there. He can use his 6 fouls. He must show that his shot blocking ability. He cannot allow Robert Parrish to keep shooting over him that close to the rim. In the last 6 minutes is they're getting what they want. They're dictating every single offensive time down the floor.
Offensive foul on McHale. Isaiah Thomas gets it done against one of the best defensive guards in basketball.
6 seconds. 6 seconds.
And that's the end of the first period here in the Boston Garden. Williams is 20, going to Parrish. And that's where the Celtics have been shooting much of the game, is right inside.
See, I just want to bring a point up to our fans. And he gets the shot up, but he's also in excellent position for the rebound. Pin down right here for Vinnie Johnson. When Vinnie comes in, they like to get him shots right away to establish an offensive game. Because Vinnie can be extremely explosive, and he doesn't need a lot of shots to score.
Wedman. Williams. That's where he's been helpful to the Celtics, in close to the basket in the last couple of games.
Well, Ray has always been an excellent rebounding guard, either at the offensive or defensive end of the floor.
Johnson's pass pretty to Benson.
That was a beautiful, beautiful pick and roll.
Gather in this series. Long. No! Rammed in by Benson.
Wow, the Celtics wanted a goaltending.
Bird misses. Bounced right to McHale, who goes to Wedman.
Scotty's still hot. Fortunately for him, he had a hold of the shirt and was caught.
Johnson bangs one in. Bird. Tyler came over that time to help Benson. It's going to be on Benson.
The manner that Detroit is using in regards to trapping people, they have forced Larry Bird to take 4 of his 10 shots so far off balance. Now, Bird is a type of a player that the degree of difficulty sometimes really doesn't matter. But I think that it's even making him look a little out of sync on the release of the shot.
Johnson puts it on the floor for Detroit. Long.
See, you must make John Long put in the low area as an offensive scorer.
Johnson again. Wedman.
Scott took Terry Tyler that time easily. He gave him a beautiful head fake and then beat him on a crossover dribble. They're bringing Benson in. Here's your double screen away.
Long again. Bird rebounded. On the floor for the Celtics. Johnson, Wedman, McHale, Bird. And there's Johnson. They lead at 46-43. 6:37 in the first half. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinal. The winner will take on either Philadelphia or Milwaukee.
They're opening up the floor now for Vinnie Johnson. This is called a 1-4 set.
Benson.
Benny wanted a foul shot on that one. He was hit on the elbow on the release of the shot. Beautiful, beautiful pass. That was a beautiful bounce pass by Dennis Johnson.
Meanwhile, Detroit has outscored Boston's bench 16-6. McHale. Bird stays with it. Parrish.
Handoff.
Need a possession arrow in this game. They can't jump it any better than that. McHale.
See, when you absolutely front the low post player like that happened, and if you can pinpoint the pass, always pass the ball to the corner of the backboard. That way it will definitely clear the defensive player.
Long. Off to the side. Lane Bear. There's Maxwell. Thomas, no basket.
Well, they're calling Eddie rode him out off the dribble that time with his chest. I tell you, I felt that Ainge really had good position here. Watch this. Isaiah's going into the Danny's riding him well. You see his arms are up. And any time, see, that's when a defensive player really gets, how should I say, miffed. He's overmatched in quickness here. You're playing one of the really true accelerators off the dribble in Isaiah Thomas. You play him perfectly. Your arms are up above your shoulders, and you get a foul called on you for riding him with the lower part of your body. That's quite discouraging.
Parrish again getting inside against that defense. Bird comes down the baseline.
That was clinic style, one-on-one.
Tripucka. Three-pointer. Brownfield.
We have 24 seconds on the regular clock. Boston will hold for one. Let's see if they run the little curl again down below. First, they're going to run a pick and roll to get Isaiah off. Look for Bird inside low. Baseline.
5 seconds for Isaiah. Three-pointer. Garrison, Bird clears, and that's the end of the first half with our score here. Boston 64, Detroit 53. Coming up at the half now, Pat O'Brien and John McLeod back in New York. They'll have highlights and reports of today's NBA action, plus a feature on the Los Angeles Lakers, rested but untested. And the NBA on CBS will return. Dennis Johnson, Parrish, Bird, Ainge, and McHale take the floor now for the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
Pick and roll.
Trying to win back-to-back titles for the first time since '69. Same story.
Well, right now, Brent, Long and Roundfield must get in the game offensively.
2 for Bird. He's jumped past to Tripucka.
That was beautiful. Kelly kept coming. And you know, when you're playing with an un-Celtics point guard, you'll always run the lanes and complete the fast break because you know the man will get you the ball. That was beautiful.
There's Parrish with 21 first-half points along with 11 rebounds. Give it back to Bird.
Here's that pick and roll again. Detroit needs some defense of igniting here to pick up the tempo of the game and get some easy hoops.
Long. Parrish quickly to Dennis Johnson. Ainge.
You know, Brent, Danny Ainge pivot foot trying to get Roundfield to elevate.
Thomas quickly gets in and goes to the left hand off the drive.
See, what's interesting is Isaiah's getting in there, but the other offensive player is not opening a passing lane. His man is doubling Isaiah, and he's not creating a shot for himself.
Parrish almost put it back, and McHale does.
There it is, every loose ball, garbage time at their offensive end of the floor.
Tripucka gives it to Roundfield.
Again, this time Bird popped out for the same effect.
And Parrish sinks it.
Isaiah off a double. The Celtics did a great job of switching. The Celtics are playing all the baseline screening, switching, and not worrying about any mismatches.
McHale.
Dribble. Now watch Bird. See if Bird comes on a double team.
McHale comes up with a block, even with the four persons.
That's right. You talk about meeting the challenge.
Gets it at the offensive end and jump hooks it in, and that's rising to the top, right into the hands of Johnson. Bird off the drive. Crashes into Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, Thomas is hurt. You really get it on the left wrist. Maybe a finger now. It might be a dislocated finger. Now, in high school and college, he might have gotten this. Maybe. All right? You know, he was moving a little bit. Definite block. But here's the injury board. Right now, Boston has 20 points to Detroit's 7. Now, you can come down and take all these perimeter shots you want to, but if you're missing, you must get the offensive boards and establish some kind of, foul problems for Boston when you're taking that shot inside of 6 feet in the second effort.
Maxwell is going to get away with a second chance for the Celtics. Maxwell. Away from Benson. Here's Ainge.
The Celtics defensive rotations today are just beautiful to watch. They're getting a piece of everything.
And the field goal.
My.
With Isaiah watching with his injured eye.
That's Bird at his best. He exhausts every pass and then throws the fade.
Johnson away steadily from Milwaukee. Parrish. Bird knocks it away from Benson, and here comes Williams. Johnson back on defense. Maxwell. Floor, but it's that Celtic defense.
Watch the excellent anticipation by Bird. There's the strip. Now, for all young players, look at Cedric Maxwell hustling now. Ray leaves it short, but this is winning basketball. There he is right there. Bad knee, could have pulled up at half court, but he gave it the all and chased down the floor.
They've had some rebounders who never jump on this floor. Remember Paul Silas?
The object of the game is to get him.
He did, and Thomas gets that field goal for the Pistons.
Pick and roll now, Bird and Parrish.
Gets inside, wouldn't stay down. Maxwell stays with it. Bird, three-pointer, put it down. Vinnie Johnson. Misses by Thomas. Bird with still another rebound. Here's Williams. Maxwell.
Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass by Ray. Maxwell was in the third lane that time, and the defensive man never saw him coming.
Bird looks outlet. Here's Johnson.
Another 3-on-2.
Bird. Thomas. Parrish. Williams.
4-on-1.
Bird.
Beautiful top of the show, we said that the Celtics are the most dangerous when you score. See, that's how they humiliate you. They jump out of bounds, and the player releases early. Not only does he get two, that's frustration right there. That's a frustrated foul. The pass went over your head. You're supposed to be back as the guard. The guy is going in. You're getting beat by 25, and you get that foul. It's a tough foul for you. You know that you're on. It's a national TV game. It's the first game in a big series, and nothing is going right for you. They took a quick 20 seconds to try to regroup. Let's face it, we still have another quarter to go and a minute and 18 seconds, and we have Boston right now at their game. No one plays park ball better.
Technical foul, and Maxwell with Bird getting a break, and Johnson steals the ball from Benny Johnson.
Well, that time Dennis Johnson was hiding behind the inbounds player, anticipated the pass. Beautiful play by Ray.
Perry.
Do it defensively first in order to create the easy opportunities. It sounds simple, but very, very difficult, especially when you're on the road.
Johnson. They decided to go the rest of the way with McHale as the starter because he's been playing so well. Williams.
Going to Maxwell over here.
And finally to Wedman. Strong minutes. He's getting it done. Johnson gets inside for the Pistons.
There's Isaiah Thomas on the baseline. And then the series was up for grabs. You go 7. Every player out here knows this is only one.
More confident that they were than they were at any time in the Cleveland series because of baskets like that by McHale. They've been able to get the ball inside for easy field goals here this afternoon. Whip pass by Thomas to Benson.
See, the Celtics like this style of game due to the fact that you're not running into the Beef brothers down inside. You can cut to the basket. Vinny was looking for the pick and roll, but Lambier never rolled.
True that the Celtics do get all the breaks from referees, I suppose.
Time today.
Wedman. Campbell hit Stepping.
Well, the Boston guards are 10 for 21 in this game, and I know that the coaching staff is quite pleased. They had a difficult time percentage-wise. Here comes one of the favorites here in the Boston Garden, Emil Carr. He has been injured. So
Redmond taps it in.
it's one of those days. It doesn't matter who goes to the offensive board. It can be a guard, a small forward. They eventually get a piece of the ball and keep it alive. Puritan. Oh, that was a great steal. Beautiful steal by Buckner. Taking it strong.
Buckner comes on through for the layup. Style you want. If you want to go physical, bump and grind like Cleveland preferred, all right, let's get it on. And if
your two guards do not have to get it done for you. He can handle and make the play. And they just crank up his number, and they get incredible results.
Carr and Clark. Tap by Kite.
Coaches always like it when it gets to this time in the game. The guys that you put out there play unselfish. Play together as a team defensively, and then when you make the fast break, give it up. Don't be a hog. Make everybody feel good. Now that was a beautiful ball fake. A beautiful ball fake. The defensive man committed and went back, and when Carlos Clark made the shot, Buckner gave him a wave. That's nice.
Johnson down the middle for the Pistons. He's had his playoff high here this afternoon. That's 20 points for Benny Johnson.
See, Quinn's yelling for Zipper. He wants one of the old standard plays right now. Yes.
Beer most valuable player of game 1 of this series is Robert Parrish. He set the tone early for the domination inside by these Celtics. Wound up with 27 points and 16 rebounds. And Light Beer from Miller is proud to present a check for $1,000 to the National Multiple Sclerosis Foundation on behalf of Robert Parrish. We got a post-game show coming up. Highlights from games earlier. We'll talk to some of the players back here. But